Hey guys, welcome back. It's Shelby and today we are going to be making a purse out of a feather boa. So I'm really excited for this craft. I just saw these items in my crafting bin, one of many, and I was like, oh my god, I have to make that. So I've been sitting on this for a while, and this you can get at the craft store for like $1. And I've actually made a couple other purses from these little mesh things. I'll link those videos above if you want to check them out. Those were mainly fabric. But this one I'm gonna do out of a feather boa. So these are called, what are these even called? Plastic canvas purse. So it's basically, it's meant to be a purse and they're already just like cut out in the shape. So the sides go up and then this goes around. And it's actually like a really cute little clutch shape. Like it's meant to be that. And then you just decorate it however you want. On the cover here, it's all like needlepoint stuff, which would take forever. So I'm going to be doing it out of a feather boa. So I have this white feather boa. And I love it because, like, why not, right? So my idea is that I'm just going to pin the feathers all around the purse and then just wrap it up the way it's supposed to go and just see if we have this like amazing fluffy bag afterwards. So that's the idea, and I will link everything I use down in the description below, and let's get right into it.
So we're going to start off with the supplies. I've got my boa and my structure for my purse that's already shaped perfectly, and I'm just going to sew the boa onto the purse structure. This is not something that I need to be stitching every single square on. Really, there's no tension on the feathers. And even if there were, when you fold the bag over, if you sew it down too tightly, you're not going to be able to sew the structure of the bag together because it's not going to want to flex at all when you go to bend it and curl it around itself. So really what I'm doing is just creating long stitches, like basically tacking it down in every corner. And I'm also not sure how much of the base the boa is going to cover, and I want to make sure that I have enough feathers to cover everything. I'm trying really hard not to cut the boa because the way it's constructed is just this like big rope that's loosely twisted around all the feathers. So if you cut it, I think it's just gonna like explode and go everywhere. I've never tried it, but just looking at it, I really think that's what would happen. So you can see that I'm just kind of snaking the boa around the base, and I'm following that with string, and then every corner or so I'm just putting down a little tack and then letting the string just kind of go around the inside of the bag. I'm not going to line this bag. You could if you want it to look like ultra fancy. This is just like a fun little craft that I had an idea for and I think would be fun, and I want to see how it turns out. So I'm not worried about making it like ultra professional or anything like that. Mainly, I just want to see what it looks like. So we are going to finish up sewing the feathers to the bag, and then we have to figure out how to make it close. So we're going to move on to a clasp. So I'm starting out with some craft wire, and I'm just going to trim it with my multi-purpose tool and then load on a bunch of pearls. I decided on 10 pearls. I think it's just going to add to the bougie glamour that is this bag. So I'm going to twist the ends and then fold them over to make sure there's no little sharp pointy bits that I will stab my fingers on. And then I'm going to twist the wires in between every 2 pearls. So pair the pearls up and then twist the wires a few times in between them. I'm going to do a close-up so you can see what I did, but that's mainly just going to keep all the pearls in place and make sure that they don't go everywhere when I'm trying to work with them. So now I'm going to kind of roll them up, and I don't have a huge plan for this. Mainly I'm just going to make a pearl bead and wind the wire through there and knot it around all the pearls until it stays in a semi-spherical shape. And that's going to be the clasp for my bag. I'm leaving the wire long so that I can use it as like a thread and just stitch it through the bag where I want it to go. And then just wrap the wire back through the netting of the base of the purse a couple times. The feathers aren't really going to impede it. It just kind of push through a little bit, but you're not pushing against anything solid. So it's super easy just to wind it around a few times and then trim the extras and make sure to fold down any of the pointies. Now, how to close it? Well, I'm going to use a tan rubber band because why not? I'm going to put that through the loops and then shorten it a little bit until I need to. And now we're going to assemble the bag. So this bag is super easy to assemble. It's made to be assembled just by sewing up the edges. It's really like not even difficult at all. This is what it's designed for. So I'm just stitching up edge to edge and trying to make sure that my strings connect. You can see that it just creates like this funnel of strings. And then you just stitch all the way up to the edges, like the very top and the very top of both sides, but make sure that you're not crossing the string over and over. You're just going one box up to one box up, just to create this lovely like line of threads. And then what you can do is just pull on them and just kind of use your finger to like loosen them as you go down. It's going to like pull all of the tension towards the top, and you can see it's connecting the bag, and it creates this lovely shape inside the bag, and it's sewing the edge up to the side of it and connecting them. So I'm going to finish that off, and then I'm going to do all the other sides. So there's 2 per side, 4 total, and then you're left with this little open clutch. Like it's just the base of the bag, the pouch, and then this flap that goes over the top that is left over, and it looks a little something like this. So this is basically the bag itself, so the little pocket, and then I'm just going to throw in some random items that I have on my craft table, including a label. So whatever, probably not what you actually have in your purse, but we're going to close it up, and you can see that it's just the cutest little fluffy pillow of a bag. It's so cute. I love it so much. It's adorable, it's functional, it actually works, and it's such a fun little craft. Super fun. But seriously, look at it. It's so cute. It's like a little fluffy pillow. So much fun. You can see the little gem in there that I made, and it's the best. This is the coolest thing ever. It's so cute. It's so fun. You can hear all the little stuff rattling around in there. Like, how fun is this? It's so cool. I love it. I love it so much.